live. Let's see if I can tell. Oh, we got one person watching, so it must be something must be working here. I can't tell. There we go. All right, TUI in here already. Look at that. I'm struggling with technology because the theme is I am now 30, so I'm already out of it here. You'll have to let me know, Rick, if everything looks and sounds good. I wonder if I can make you a moderator. I can't because this is not my... I'm under a different account here on my laptop, but thumbs up. I'm just kidding. How's everybody's Wednesday going? Looks like there's 3 of us in here, which is insane because there should be 4 of us per my numbers here on the laptop. What if I should have gotten a headset or something? Can you hear me? Am I coming through okay? Audibly? I have blood and guts on the other side. I'm a bit on tape delay, but only half paying attention. I'll have to rewatch it at some point. I forgot this was tonight. Movie Hunter, spicy 4K action, down to movie. Movie Hunter, the 820 steelbooks, are those the Lionsgate? Your Next, Hannibal Rising. I'm not sure of the others. I know those 2 are of note. Your Next has a special place in my heart. Bonus points if you guys remember why. And Hannibal Rising, I believe, is the first time on Blu-ray. Could be wrong. No, get down, stop it. The cat is up here now. You got a Jack appearance. Can't see him. In comes the dog. So there's 15 steelbooks. I think 6 of them are Lionsgate, right? I don't know why I'm looking. I don't think I could. Oh, I guess I could go by release date. All right, flip to August. August 20th. Hannibal Rising. Wolf Creek, Beetlejuice, Joker, Halo 2, Sinister, You're Next, Frankenstein, Dracula, Texas Chainsaw, Leatherface, I Spit on Your Grave. Is that all of them? Personally, just bought the last thing I bought was Frozen Empire. I bought Frozen Empire. I enjoyed that one myself. Frozen Empire upgraded Shrek 4 to 4K so I could get rid of my set. And what was the other one? Oh, Madam Web. But we don't really have to talk about Madam Web. Though I believe two of those got a steelbook. So Movie Hunter may have grabbed them. Could be wrong. Oh, Evil Dead and the Last Unicorn. The Last Unicorn in anime. I see there's pre-orders up for that on the Crunchyroll store, but I'm unaware of it personally. Um, it's got to be right if it was up there. I don't believe it's live action. I guess I can look. I have it up right here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the cover looks animated. Ooh, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! I have two of the three. I still really need the. Oh, which one am I missing? Yeah, it looks like it's animated. What's the studio? Shelf Factory, which is neat. Is that one going to pop up in Walmart? Do you think the Last Unicorn will be in Walmart? Or is that just your supplier now because of the. Oh, there's the Last Unicorn steelbook right there. Which Yu-Gi-Oh one? Which Oh, the original. Okay. So I'm missing, let's see. So I have Yu-Gi-Oh! The movie. I have the one that just released, not the steelbook. I have the whatever company that Bonds. Nope, I have Bondsby on time. I need the Dark Side of Dimensions is the Yu-Gi-Oh film I need personally, and I'll have all three. Wish I would get a complete series. No blood and guts spoilers. I've got it on, but like I said, I'm on a time delay and I'm hardly paying attention. So personally, I won't spoil it for you. Did you watch any of the show so far? I've caught the first hour. I managed to with between preparations and such. Why not live? What's everyone else up to tonight? It's 9:30 on a Wednesday. Watch the MJF Open. It's a interesting belt, I'll say. Joker's commercial. I did watch the recent Joker's episode, Rick, with the is it Roy Woods Jr.? You'll have to correct me. Um, I thought I really liked that one. I especially liked the punishment at the White Castle. I dug that. I couldn't even tell you. We were talking about new releases. What came out this week? Oh, Justice on or Crisis on Infinite Earths 3, which I was personally hoping to get a copy of. I have not yet. Oh, some Jaws movies on 4K. The rest of the Jaws movies on 4K. Fall Guy 4K. I would assume. Yes, I would agree with that. Both new episodes have been great. Fall Guy. I would assume that's in Rick's pile to snag. I believe he was a big fan of the Fall Guy. Halo Season 2 came out today. Risky Business. The Tuxedo. I liked that one back in the day. Jennifer Love Hewitt. It's hard for me to hate anything that Jennifer Love Hewitt's in. Rocky 5 and Balboa were today, or were they last week? Is that one of those staggered things they did? I know there was a huge delay with the production of the Ultimate Knockout Collection, which I'll have a review up for potentially tomorrow. What else did they stagger? Was it Rocky 1 through 4 where they staggered like one came out a Tuesday back when Best Buy was alive? Um, Oshi no Ko. That's an anime. That one I haven't watched personally. Oshi no Ko. Is that the K? I don't want to say K. Is that the K-pop one? Like the singer? No, I don't think I'm right. No, that's I know which one I'm talking about, but that's not it. Oh, maybe it is. I haven't watched that one myself. Strangers episode 1, which is the second or third Strangers movie, Rick. It's the third, right? There was like Strangers and then The Strangers, or like Strangers Next Door. You guys have to correct me if I'm wrong. Crazy Joe's in the house. How's it going, Crazy Joe? I don't think I've had this set up since the last time I recorded a podcast with him, which was, I don't know, two years ago now. Can't remember if I had my other kid yet. Someone waited for 5 and Below to release later because he didn't want to rush with them. Yes, which is why we have the Knockout Collection and the Ultimate Knockout Collection, which I now have both of in my collection. I gotta do something with, and I kept my old MGM release, which I think that one's the Undisputed, which is that's what it is. There you go. Strangers Pray at Night, Strangers Chapter 1. So is it like the Purge films? Is it like the original, a sequel, and then a prequel? Is that what I'm gathering? Like, was it the fourth Purge movie was the first Purge? And then they did Purge. Oh, shit. Something. Anarchy, Election Year, the first Purge, and then I don't know what the fifth one is. Is that right? I'm not sure. What was the last Purge movie called? This is the Weird of the Wild Wild West one. Oh, interesting. It's gonna drive me nuts. Purge. All I know is that I did not like the TV show. Forever Purge. There you go. Final Purge. I wish it was the Final Purge. Forever Purge is okay. I think the Purge movies peaked almost initially. Like I really didn't like 2 and 3. I actually liked the first Purge. The first Purge was. It's been so long. It was what was that service? Movie Pass. I watched the Forever Purge on Movie Pass in a theater in a mall with my socks soaked. It like rained on us, like not like a little rain, like cats and dogs. And I remember like watching the Forever Purge with my or not the first Purge, my feet up and my like you could feel your like you know toes chafing from the water. I like Movie Pass. I gotta watch the Movie Pass documentary on Max. Joe or Rick, have you watched that? The I don't remember what it's called, but it's the Movie Pass documentary on Max. We got 6 people. We had 8, although I don't know how accurate that is. 2 of them are me. I'm assuming Movie Hunter is referring to the Purge movies. Same here. Though my list is only finite because after House of the Dragon, which is there's only 2 episodes left. Obviously I'll get rid of my Max subscription for the time being. So I've gotta watch those. I also need to watch the Studio Ghibli movies. I've only seen Spirited Away, so I really need to watch those. Rick personally had some recommendations. So Doc, it's okay. It's informative. Well, that's interesting. I lived, not say lived the whole thing, but I think I was on Movie Pass for the better, definitely at least a summer. I want to say the better part of 10 months. I wouldn't rush to see the Forever Purge. Rick JD Elswick says, "What's my favorite movie?" My favorite movie of all time, if I had to pick one, would be Tommy Boy. If I could use a cop out, I would say the Back to the Future trilogy. I don't typically use those because it's three films and I can't just watch one. Like I have to watch all three Back to the Future movies. So if I can use that cop out, it's 1000% Back to the Future. But if you're asking me to pick one film, it's Tommy Boy. Grave of the Fireflies. What's Grave of the Fireflies? I'm unfamiliar. Oh, is that Movie Hunter's favorite movie? I'll have to look that up. Boss Baby. My kids are big fans of the Boss Baby films. I have both of them on 4K. Graves of the Fireflies. Oh, it's a Studio Ghibli movie. Is it Ghibli or Ghibli? I don't know how you would correct me, considering I would read it the same with my man eyes. Um, that's Studio Ghibli. Grave of the Fire. If that's on Max, I'll add that to the list. I know the one in. Again, I'm terrible. A novice to say the least, but the one with like it appears to be a little boy and then like a gigantic cat thing that's always on the list. Princess, I don't know, Howl's Moving Castle. Um, Geez, Season of the Witch. I own it on 4K, and it'll sit there and just be in my collection. It'll be loved from afar. Spirit of the Witch still goes for $400. Howl's Moving Castle, that's one. Um, what is my favorite show? JD Elswick asks. Um, Probably Futurama. If you're going animated, if you're going live action, um, hmm, probably Game of Thrones. Though Breaking Bad, depending on the day, would those are neck and neck. And the same with Futurama and The Simpsons. I think the Futurama, um, the first run of Futurama episodes are fantastic, almost untouchable, and they've added subsequent seasons, which are the quality's not because it's new Futurama, which is the same is true for The Simpsons. The first 10 seasons of The Simpsons are fantastic, and there's definitely more to watch. If you were like, if it's your desert island show, I'm 1000% picking The Simpsons because there's so much. I could never get caught up on The Simpsons in my real life right now, but Futurama's just so good. I've loved the Futuramas forever. Family Guy's a great choice. I'm a little behind on Family Guy. I think I'm two entire seasons behind. I'm absolutely bummed that they don't release those physically anymore. I think I have all of them that are available, but for a show that got brought back because of DVD sales to then not produce DVDs seems like a really weird move. Of all the shows I would still produce DVDs for, it would be Family Guy. Then again, it's you hear Disney buying Fox and whatever, and you try not to buy into those rumors. But the second Disney bought them, we have no more Simpsons and no more Family Guy on DVD. Is it Princess? Is Princess like? Hold on. Princess Mononoke. What's the big ass? Yeah, it's even in the picture. What is this thing? I gotta watch this one. What is behind my head? That is a comic book that my son ripped the cover. My son or daughter, I believe this is a free comic book, Wonder Woman. This is my daughter's, but she ripped the cover off. And then what else is behind my head? It's hard telling with these kids. Cat in the Hat. Gold Minion. Short Minion. Target receipt. Can you see that stuff? That's a drawing pad and that's a notebook paper. There you go. Totoro. That one's the one you see the most. Like, you see it mimicked and, yeah, it's right here immediately on the website. Panya. Um, my favorite show growing up would be, ooh, that one's a tough one. For me, it would be, that one might be The Simpsons. The Futurama was my all-time favorite. The Simpsons might be my favorite growing up. Though it's not a kid show by any means. My favorite kid show would be Ed, Edd n Eddy. That was always my favorite when it was on TV. But my favorite shows when I was a kid, I would always race home, and normal kids would race home and watch, like, kids my age would watch like Samurai Jack or Codename Kids Next Door, but I would always flip to Fox because you'd get 2 episodes of The Simpsons and then 2 episodes of That 70s Show, which are two of my comfort shows to this day. Um, Archer's great. I got to finish Archer. I don't. My phone's up there, but man, how long is it been? I'm a couple seasons behind. I think the last one I saw was. I think I saw the space one. I don't think I saw the Desert Island one after the space one. Favorite movie of the year so far? I couldn't tell you what has come out this year, unfortunately. I'm not good with years. Let's see. It's probably something unorthodox, knowing myself. Let's see. Is there a way to check films? Alright, so movies I've seen in 24. Spy Family was 23, technically. Whoops. Oh. Dune Part 2. 1000%. Ricky Stenicki, Frozen Empire, Garfield movie. Yeah, Dune Part 2, Spy Family, which I saw in 24, but it's technically, it says on Letterboxd it's a 23 film, though I watched it in like April. And the other one, one of my like come out of nowhere, had no idea this was going to be as fun, was Ultraman Rising on Netflix. Not only did I love that, my son has loved that. He watched that like it's hard to tell how many times he's watched that now. I'd say at least 10, if not 10. She's not listening, but I mean, double digits of this. My Ultraman Rising is really good. For those of you, or any of you that are interested, I recommend that highly. Favorite TV show? So Dune Part 2. Have you seen I Saw the TV Glow yet? No, is it on physical or is it streaming, Joe? That's an A24, right? I Saw the TV Glow. Doesn't look like it's on physical yet. It's got the kiddo from oh shit, the kiddo from PVOD. Detective Pikachu. That's I don't know the guy's name. I always thought it was Will Smith's son. I saw. Whoops. I saw. I saw the devil. I saw the TV Glow. A24 shop exclusive. What? Is that legit? Is it not? That's a bummer. I know they have A24 exclusives. What is my favorite color? Red. It's a divisive movie. There seems to be no in between. You either absolutely love it or despise it. I have friends who fall on both sides. I believe you and Rick liked it. I believe you guys both enjoyed it. So I'd watch it. If it's it's a Lionsgate and it's A24, so I'd imagine it'll stream on Hulu eventually. Mine is green. My brother's favorite color is green. My favorite movie you haven't seen. Okay, Rick hasn't seen it. Joe says he absolutely loves it. Favorite movie of the year. You're talking favorite movie of the year because everything's been here, or is it just like a 5-star movie for you? Other than Dune 2, personally, I think everything I've watched of this year has been okay. Garfield movie, the new one was fantastic. Well, it was good. It was very good. I won't say fantastic because I still only gave it 3.5 stars. Favorite series: Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones. If I had to pick one, like I said, live action. Parks and Rec is fantastic. The Office is fantastic. I got to finish Community. I've actually watched only pieces of it here and there. Well, The Boys is a good one, though I don't usually. I don't know. I always think like sitcoms and comedies as opposed to like, well, the two I picked are dramas, but it just blew me away. I went and saw it twice in the same week. I will have that same thing this weekend. Now, though, I can't tell you ahead of time if it's good or not, but I have plans to watch Deadpool and Wolverine Friday night and either Saturday night or Sunday. Not all three, Saturday or Sunday. I won't watch it 3 times. I mean, I might. It might be fantastic. I don't know. Yes, I love King of the Hill. It's one of the shows I've watched like multiple seasons, multiple times, but I've never finished. So because of the DVD rights for that one, I have all of them now because all of Films took on from 7 to 13. But I've watched seasons 1 through 6 a couple times because it had the old Fox box sets, just like Family Guy and everything else. So I've watched 1 through 6 several times. I've just never finished the show, and it's finally streaming now on Hulu. I've been rewatching the MASH series. Yep, isn't MASH like huge? Isn't that like a tremendous undertaking? You're talking like thousand-ish episodes, thousands maybe, plus a movie, at least one. The only thing I know of MASH was my grandparents would put on. Is it? It's in color, right? It's got to be in color. But they would put on reruns, and it's not boring. Family Guy season 21 is on DVD, like officially. Whoops, shit. Mm, well, that's Walmart.com. Out of stock, huh? Huh. I'll have to look into this. Did they skip several seasons? On BTV. Yep, in color. Okay, at least I'm close. And like I said, I remember it being a big show, and it's one of those shows too where it's a huge undertaking based on the amount of episodes and the fact that it was on forever. But it's also long, right? Is MASH an hour or a half hour? Yeah, we got season 22. They recently repackaged. Whoops. We got those big. I have seen those. Sometimes and one of my most popular videos on this channel is a comparison of Family Guy sets. I had the big Fox sets, and I slimmed down to the slims for room. So if those clamshells are, if I could save some room, I would potentially invest in those. Oh, half hour. So I guess it's not as bad as I thought. But like ER, I think my no, is it ER or Grey's Anatomy? I think Grey's Anatomy is the shorter of the two. My wife attempted to like watch all of it, and it's such an undertaking. It's back when you got 24 episodes, hour-long episodes, and they go for 10, 12 years. They're space saving sets. So I might honestly I might invest. That's a good point. Then the other thing is you got to figure cost analysis. You know, I got to resell my originals. The only bummer part is all the missing artwork, which you don't see much anyway, because they're actually. You've seen my DVD shelf, but it goes to here, and then you see a couch, but it still goes down to the floor, and they're hidden back there just because of. I don't even know what to search. Space saving sets. Maybe that's what I should search. Oh, here we go. 1 through 14. So you got. Oops. 95. Part 1 is volumes 1 through 5. Let's see. Space saving is nice. I actually just upgraded. I actually just upgraded my Insidious because I needed to save. They have a 4 pack of the Insidious movies, so I upgraded those. And then I just upgraded my Hunger Games 4 film set because again it's 4 films. I got that steelbook which takes up one set. I did the same thing Expendables when I could. I'm a big fan of those. We need more complete sets or box sets in 4K because I got like Pitch Perfect three spots on my shelf because of the 4Ks. I like to consolidate. I just unconsolidated Shrek because I had the Blu-ray set and I have all 4 individually in 4K. Oh, geez. Let's see. Family Guy Part 1, course test stock. Jeez, oh, beats. Volumes 1 through 5. I liked the sets they put out for South Park. I don't know if anyone in the chat or is watching is a fan of the South Park sets, but now they're Blu-ray, but they're like 5 to 10 seasons a set. I don't know, 5 because they have 4 sets. Pitch Perfect 3 on DVD. We need a Breakfast Club 4K. I'm honestly surprised. Yes, I liked that too movie at Hunter. The Hunger Games collection Steel matches the new movies. I don't have the new movie on Steel. The version I have was provided by Lionsgate, but I have it like on eBay. I'm watching a certain um, listing to see if it goes down because I would grab it. I like this. I like the Steels. Then again, well, they're making a 6th movie, you know, because of the new book. So who knows if that matches? I'm sure people who buy those Fast and Furious individually get super nervous when they keep pumping those bad boys out because they don't. What if it doesn't match? I mean, Pitch Perfect 3 on DVD. I like Pitch Perfect 3. Pitch Perfect 1 is a really, really good movie. I forget how much I like that movie until I watch it, or rewatch it, I should say. Pitch Perfect 2 is okay. Pitch Perfect 3 is still good. Do you like the song I wrote about you guys? You never said. I never got. What? Hold on, I'm a few behind. Criterion should get that Breakfast Club 4K. Criterion has Breakfast Club, right? Just the Joe upgraded to the Criterion and sent me his Blu-ray after we watched it for Retropodtastic. Did you like the song I wrote about you guys? Song you wrote about us? Is it on your channel? Did I miss something? You saw Malcolm in the Middle? Yes. Malcolm in the Middle was an okay show. Definitely not one of my favorites by any means. I watched it. It was always on. It's one of those shows where it's like it's strangely like mean or like vindictive. Like it's definitely not a feel good show. There you go. It's not a show where you like ever feel good about myself or what I'm watching. Like everyone in that show was a terrible person. I texted you, Joe, but like directly. I'll have to check the group, Joe. Let me look after this. That is my favorite show growing up. Yeah, liked Malcolm in the Middle. Obviously, Bryan Cranston. So we have that in common. Bryan Cranston was in both Malcolm in the Middle and Breaking Bad. I think the FF Steels are the only franchise that has consistently kept their steals matching without having to reissue from the set. But then again, oh, okay, I got the text. All right, so I'll look at it after this, or listen to it, I should say. So it's a good thing though, Movie Hunter, considering there's at least. Now, do they have a matching steel for Hobbs and Shaw? Frankie Muniz from Big Fat Liar. I don't know of anything. Cody Banks. I don't think he went on to do a ton. I think we lost Rick. He may have fallen asleep. That's okay. It's 9:46 already. Is I missing? Forever Purge. Oh, there he is. No Hobbs and Shaw. No Steelbook at all, or not matching. Rick is still here. See, at this point, Rick, you could have just watched Blood and Guts, man. I'm gonna have to rewatch. My son is actually excited because I told him it's War Games, and he remembers the War Games from November, so we're gonna watch it together tomorrow. So I'm not gonna miss much. Movie Hunter, I was catching a vibe earlier. Are you an anime fan or a Steelbook fan, or obviously Steelbook? We know that. Is it just anime that's on Steelbook, or all in general? Listing carbons. Oh, fair enough. Oh yeah, the mini steel. I believe Rick has that. Speaking of the devil, Frankie Muniz from Malcolm in the Middle. I don't know of anyone else in that show that. I'm sure the wife was in things. I'm not sure. I know or I'm not sorry, Rick. Joe specifically absolutely hates anime, like with a passion. I remember debating that on the stream. John Wick 1's plural, 3 and 4, 2 and 3? Or is it just different ones, 4, 3? I remember you getting those. Yep, Lois the Mother. Malcolm in the Middle have physical releases? I would imagine it has to, given the age, right? 120 anime steals, wow. That's wild. So do you have the elusive $400 steal? I'm guessing you do, but I could be wrong. There you go. 1 and 2 and then 3. Now, in the inside was a code, right? Obviously there's no film. There's a mini disc. It's not a PSP. Malcolm in the Middle is on Hulu. Let's see. It's DVD. Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. Malcolm. Shit. Oh, no shit. Only the first season on DVD? Which I'm assuming is super OP. I can get it for $14. I think only the first season. Yeah, he's dead on. That's wild. How long did it go? 8? 9 seasons? I believe it is just a digital code because of the size. Alright, who wants to guess how long Malcolm in the Middle ran? Oh, wow. Why is my text huge? 151 episodes, 7 seasons. Have every steelbook made in the U.S. up to date. I thought I would get a little break when Best Buy stopped, but Walmart came. Yeah, that's for sure. Every steelbook, that's insane. Wow, 7 seasons, only one got a DVD. I thought for sure it was like popular. I wonder why it never got. Let's look at the home media tab. Oh, there's other. Wow. So all 7 seasons got released in Region 2/B and 4. They got a complete collection box set, and then a complete series SD on Blu-ray. Ooh. Hey, but at least it's all in one set. That's wild. I've seen photos of his collection. It's a thing of beauty. That's amazing. Are you a protector? I would assume you're a turkey bagger. Do you have the plastic sets like I do? I don't know if you've ever seen those, by the way. I don't have much. I'm assuming the Disney forward of time was probably annoying for you too. Every time Disney released those steelbooks for the shows, we had what? Yeah, Mando 1 and 2 with Wanda and Wanda and Loki, and then you had Andor, Obi-Wan, Falcon, Winter Soldier, and Moon Knight. There you go. That's all of them. Rick helped me complete the collection. Thank you, sir. That's awesome. At least now it's just upkeep, right? Yeah, 8 seems like a lot, but you're not also buying 8 and still going in the past. It's a problem with any collection, right? If you didn't start it when it started, use turkey bags for everything, under $100 in hard plastic for the more expensive ones. That's fantastic, because I would imagine those would get expensive after a while. I buy them in like packs of 5, but I have so few steelbooks that I don't go through them very often. I don't even think I have when's the last time I got a steelbook? Probably Moon Knight in them, and Andor and such. No, that's not true. I just got the Hunger Game ones, which are cool because those come in their own sort of. Even has all the WWE steals. There you go. So you've got Scott Hall, Eric Bischoff, Brock Lesnar, and the Dudleys. I have the Dudleys one and I think I have the Lesnar one. I don't have the other two. I've never watched the middle. My wife was a fan, but I never got into it personally. Has the wife, I believe, from Everybody Loves Raymond, which I like, but I never got into the middle personally. Commercial now for the Rick and Morty anime, which I'm excited about. And then you've, I think Mania's. Oh yeah, 32 and 33. I bet you those are the 6. Bet you that's. $5,000 turkey bags. Also, it's insane they still have that many. The 40-minute mark here. High School USA? I've never seen High School USA. Why am I not live? What is High School USA? Whoops. From the 80s. Ooh, Michael J. Fox. Never seen it. Is it? It's got to be Michael J. Fox for Back to the Future, right? Adult cartoon, good show. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I looked up something else. I'm a big fan of adult cartoons. Not so much like hentai, though that stuff's great too. I mean, like Family Guy, Simpsons, Rick and Morty, Solar Opposites, stuff like that. We actually just watched the first 2 episodes of the Exploding Kittens show today, which was okay. It was whatever. No, aired on FX. Huh. I'm unfamiliar then. I'm actually nothing when I googled came up. It all has this 80s film with Michael J. Fox. Oh, here, hold on. Maybe it's this. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is probably what you're talking about. Not familiar with this one either. Is it streaming anywhere? TJ Miller. Crazy Joe, if you're still in here, when are you watching Deadpool 3? I'd like to know. I've never heard of this. Whoops, shit. High School USA. Exclamation point. It is not streaming anywhere. That's a bummer. Just switched his channel. Possibly more, definitely Friday night. Right on. I believe Rick's seeing it Friday. Oh, it was on Hulu. I've never seen Lucas Bros Moving Company. Is that what you're referring to? Is on Hulu? Rick's seeing it Friday, and so am I. I'm assuming I'll go to like the 6 o'clock show, so Rick will let me beat there. Yeah, High School USA is right here. Cast: Mandy Moore, some guy I've never heard of, some lady I've never heard of, Nathan Barnett, TJ Miller. Oh, Jay Johnson. Yeah, Fox and FXX. One episode aired on FXX. Weird. Is it still on USA? Or I'm sorry, is it still on FX? Hulu. Is it still on Hulu? I'm trying to avoid Twitter as well, by the way, for the spoileries. I don't want to be spoiled on Deadpool 3. Not that I'm assuming there's going to be crazy spoilers. Crazy spoilers anytime after Friday is almost a given, but it's hard to find them this early. I was going to say is no, that's a bummer. What was the show? Joe and I were talking about a show recently. Was it Powerless, Joe? You and I were talking that's not streaming everywhere that I want to try to get a hold of. I've ran into more and more shows like that. I didn't think that was a thing. Like, okay, it's definitely a thing. Shows that aren't streaming anywhere, but shows that I personally want to watch that aren't streaming everywhere. The biggest and the biggest offender to me will always be the Buzz Lightyear of Star Command show. I absolutely love that show, and I hate that it's not on Disney Plus. It's one of my only beefs personally. That and the Love Bug, the 2003 TV film, which Joe I know likes because we've talked about that before. But the Buzz Lightyear Star Command show, I had hopes for a minute when the new Lightyear show came out, but now it's just gonna be gone forever, and that's a bummer. And it never got any physical release other than the TV movie, which was the pilot-ish, even though they changed all of the actors. No, I believe they just changed Tim Allen. Don't quote me. Horace the Hate Bug. It's fantastic. And it's on YouTube, by the way. There will be early showings for Deadpool. Yeah, I would imagine there's like, what's tomorrow's Thursday? There's gonna be showings Thursday. My theater obviously doesn't do the midnights, So there's probably like a noon or 2 o'clock showing tomorrow. The Love Boat old show played on MeTV, play on CBS. I don't get MeTV. Did they just launch? I saw MeTV launch like um a supplemental like kids channel or streaming or something to that effect. MeTV Tunes or Tunes TV or something to that effect. Though I could be wrong. Movie Hunter, are you a sealed steelbook collector, or are you a? I mean, I'm assuming you have films in your collection that you open and watch. Um, but with steelbooks, the value is the value when they're not opened. Do you open the films and sell the code to recoup the insane cost of having every single steelbook ever? I'm curious. Plus, I would imagine some steelbooks show up with the rattle of death. No, MeTV's for old shows. I swear they just had an alternative, like a my lampshade's gross, by the way. It's the perks of having kids. I don't know if you can see that. That's probably like Cheetos or something. Caramel. I prefer sealed, but 10% of my collection. Hey, that's fair. I've always been curious. I always see the Instagram posts of every single one of them. And he came out this. Oh, you said Rocky 5 and Rocky 6 came out. Oh, not by. Oh, I don't know. Oh, hey, there you go. Nope, I'm not old enough for the Mork and Mindy. I believe Joe's a big fan of Mork and Mindy. I've sailed on that. I missed that one. Big Woke Joe. I actually watched that video today, Joe. So that's what a character. Big Woke Joe. I also noticed I had like 4 views and no comments. So actually, no, I lied. I had 2 comments. They're both him. Mork and Mindy was good. That's is Robin Williams, right? Like I'm familiar with it, but I've never watched it. That one I believe did get physical media release. I bet I'm gonna call him. I'm so glad to see you doing last year. Yes, sir. Figured why not for my 30th birthday. I will talk to you soon. I'm sure you and I will text about Deadpool 3 in the comings and this match. I completely forgot I was supposed to be watching. Um, so deuces, Rick. Have a good night. Like I said, I'll text you. I would assume I'll text you tomorrow. Actually, I'll text the group chat tonight because Joe sent me the link. Um, Happy Days again. If that one's out of my wheelhouse for sure. I actually, if you guys want to hear something crazy, I actually had no idea that Fonzie was Henry Winkler for the longest time. I've obviously known it for a minute now, but I was like, there's no way, right? Because Fonz looks like the Fonz, and my experience with Henry Winkler is like I don't remember. Is Henry Winkler in Shallow Hal? I remember him being in that, but it's like him from Barry, and Henry Winkler is in like Big Mouth, and he has all these weird parts now. It's crazy to me to think that he was the Fonz. Um, I did not watch the 24. I've seen episodes of the 24. At least that one I've seen episodes of, but I didn't watch 24. I'll tell you a show I did watch that involves numbers. Did anyone else watch the 4400? It's one of those shows that I wish I would have watched a lot more of. That was a USA show, if I remember. It's definitely a universal of something in some respect. I never got to watch it. It was something like my stepmother at the time, who's no longer my stepmother, would watch the reruns like the next day, and I caught enough of it to be like invested, but I never. There's 2 versions of the 4400 complete series. I wonder if it got a finale. Like if it really got one is significantly newer. $25. That's amazing. I didn't know that. Fonz was scared to death to ride a motorcycle. It's wild. Dig the series? Dig? Nope. I haven't even heard of this one. It's streaming for free on Fandango, which is nice. Yeah, we'll go another 10 minutes. I know it's 10 o'clock, but we'll go. We'll do a nice round hour live stream here. Play it on the USA Network. You talking about Dig or are you talking about the 4400? Bombs couldn't move like you. Yep, see, that's what I was afraid of, Joe. The original 4400 didn't get a definitive ending. They left it open, ended for another season, but then the USA canceled it. So that's a bummer. See, now I don't even want to go back and rewatch it. That's the problem with shows that air like open ended. Rex texting the group chat. You saw Chucky. I am halfway through the show. That's the movies. I've watched like all the way up through Bride, and I've watched one of the random new 3. I haven't watched the remake, and I haven't watched any of the show. I don't know if we're on season 2 or season 3. I'm gonna have to mute this. Hold on just a second. Sorry, guys. All right, there you go. Otherwise, it would go off every time. So I'm behind on my Chucky, for sure. I also just learned that the Dan Brown series on Peacock I wanted to watch got canceled. The Lost Symbol. I never even got to check that out, and now I almost don't want to because it's canceled. I don't know if I got a definitive ending. If anyone's watched it, let me know. But it only ran 1 season, and it's a Paramount show, despite the fact that Stand By Me is on 4K on sale. Despite the fact that it aired on Peacock. You saw About a Boy TV show. Nope. I haven't heard of that one either. Haven't heard of that one. Also free on Fandango. Is it a con? Let's see. American single camera sitcom. The image, the logo of the show reminds me of what is it? 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter. That's another show I wish was all on Disney Plus. So that one's on Disney Plus, but it's like 3 of the 4 seasons, I think, or 4 of the 5, or some weird caveat. I really enjoyed that show. I used to catch reruns of that show every once in a while, back when it was ABC Family. And there's so many shows, like, and obviously there's different generations of TV watchers, but even of my generation, there's so many shows that I would have marathoned if I had the chance. A big one we already mentioned in the stream, King of the Hill. 8 Simple Rules would have been one. Obviously, I own all of that 70 shows now, but back then, like, I would buy the DVDs to try to, like, when marathoning, before marathoning was a thing, at least a popular thing to, like, marathon the show. Roseanne. That's why I still have the DVD series of Roseanne, is because I liked the show so much. The DVDs so I could watch the show instead of trying to catch random rewatches. My only experience with Penn and Teller is I believe they were on Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And I believe one of them's lost a dramatic amount of weight recently, or semi-recently. I would agree, Movie Hunter. Personally, I liked it. Not my favorite of the Star Wars shows. You almost have to tread water nowadays when you talk about Star Wars, and one of the weirdest fandoms I'm a part of. But I liked it. Certain things I wish were expanded upon a little more. But I don't see any of the gigantic backlash hate it got. Like I said, Penn and Teller had a good TV show called Bullshit. With my ex-wife carefully cropped out. It's fantastic. Did you crop someone else in, or just kind of? Oh, I think I know what that is. I swear I've seen the. Hold on. I like the card game Bullshit, by the way. This one says there's a 2024 miniseries called Bullshit, but I'm not sure that's what it is. Ah, Bullshit with an actress. Nope, see, that's a game show with Howie Mandel. Hold on. Hold on. Penn and Teller Bullshit. Okay, I got it. Premium Fan Day. Premium subscription. Oh, like Showtime, maybe? Looks like it ran for 7 years. Is that really why, Joe? That's unfortunate. Oh, Penn and Teller beat. I see what you're saying now. Good show, Movie Hunter. Penn and Teller beat. Penn and Teller Bullshit on Paramount Plus. Okay, fair enough. Which is why you have to have a subscription to watch it on Hulu, is because it's probably Showtime, if I had to guess. It's a documentary comedies. Oh, Joe, while you're in here, have you watched? You probably have Comic Book Men. Is that a show you've watched all of? I was talking to Rick about it, but I need to check it out. I've recently, not so recently, with my love of Kevin Smith and my not so recent love of comic books. I can't believe I've never watched it, but I've watched clips on YouTube and I quite enjoy it. And it streams on like it's Tubi or Pluto, one of those. Penn and Teller Bullshit is a documentary comedy series hosted by magician skeptic duo Penn and Teller. Yep, Showtime. Looks like Penn's the one who lost weight. 20 to 30 minutes. How long to go? Yeesh. I've never watched Mad Men. Any Adventure Time fans, by the way? I'm not sure if this is the right demo for Adventure Time. That's the show I'm currently watching. It's obviously a kid show and it's way newer, which is why I've never experienced it. But now that I have Max, my son and I are watching, my whole family and I are watching Adventure Time. Okay, fair enough. Is it worth watching? Like maybe at least the first seasons? I don't think there's many seasons. Never seen Adventure Time. Fair enough. You've got to have some Rick and Morty steals too, right? Rick and Morty has 2 steals. That doesn't surprise me at all, Joe. It would almost be for the love of Kevin Smith. Never heard of Adventure Time. That one's crazy. It's an animated show. It was very big when I was in college, so the late, or no, for the early 2000s. I was in college from 12 to 16, so that era. I think it ran from 10 to 18 or 10 to 16. So it's just like right out of my realm of things I watched back then. Go a couple few minutes here. It's almost an hour and I'm tired. Got up at 5. Never heard of it. Yes, 7 seasons of Rick and Morty. I believe only 2 of them have steelbooks was my point. My kids are all in their 20s and 30s, so never watched anything after their. Hey, that's fair. I can't imagine my parents still watch cartoons. It's funny, actually, I had a conversation with my dad recently, and he said, I watched a superhero movie lately, and I was immediately interested, and I said, oh yeah? He's like, this one was really goofy. And I said, okay. And he's like, it had a guy in a red suit, and he said things you wouldn't imagine. I said, oh, it's Deadpool. He's like, yeah, that one. He watched it on FX or something, which is hilarious. Seasons 3 through 7. Oh, okay. Wow. I have one of them, and the issue with having only one of them is it doesn't match. So seasons 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7's not out yet, or 7 is out, are all regular cases and only one's blue. So that makes me want to, switch it out. I didn't know it was all of them. I thought it was just 2 myself. A complete series, and I can. Show's very popular, and it should be. The show is. Speaking of the devil, the show is. It's good. I really enjoy Rick and Morty myself. Mad Men season 1 and 5. That's AMC. I have several Rick and Morty. It's immensely popular, especially with people my age and younger. My son likes Rick and Morty. maybe you shouldn't, but I think Morty's voice is almost a carbon copy, Joe. Rick's is a bit different, but I'm sure it has to be or should be. But other than that, 2 or 3 episodes in, I'd even notice. Unlike Solar Opposites, which is also or was also a Justin Roiland project, where they recast with like a British guy, and not only is it noticeable, but it's hilarious and like right on the nose. I really enjoyed that. But we crossed over the hour mark, so I'm probably going to wrap it up. Just thank everyone for coming out. I gotta get to bed. I gotta get up at 5, so I gotta get to sleep. Try to get some reading done. So thank you guys all for showing up. Those of you who stopped by and contributed to the group chat, I appreciate it. Thank you, Movie Hunter. Again, this is for my 30th birthday, if you will, which was a few days ago. Yeah, I'd like to do a live. If you guys would like to see more live streams, go ahead and let me know in the chat. It's not as easy as you'd think because I have to like sequester both kids and the wife and everything else. It's just how it is when you have young kids. So thank you again to Movie Hunter, JD, and Crazy Joe for the happy birthdays. Definitely appreciate it. And yeah, again, thanks everyone for showing up. Be sure to check out for this channel on Instagram and on Twitter and a TV time and a letterbox, which you've all heard a million times, I'm sure. But I also, again, if I have the 2 other YouTube channels, so I've got a comic book channel and I've got the manga channel. The links hopefully will be in the description if they're not already. But I'm trying to. He called me old man despite having kids in his 30s. Um, I'm just trying to kick him off and get him on the right foot. So if you're not interested, though, you don't have to subscribe. It's not one of those things where I'm going to shun you if you don't subscribe. The whole point was this group of people likes movies, this group of people likes comics, and also this subgroup, comics and manga people, sometimes they're different views. So I'm trying to, I have various collections, so I'm trying to please all masters. So will do. And everyone else, have a good night. How the hell do I?